Good evening. Welcome to We On Fine Print. I'm Molly Gambhir. As Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan awaits his test results for COVID-19, he was today seen attending a public event, that too without wearing a mask. Imran Khan threw all caution to the wind as he chose to attend the event instead of going into self-quarantine. Containment norms dictate that any suspected case should be going into self-quarantine for 14 days. But the Prime Minister was seen interacting with the public and those present at that event while holding his mask in his hand. Now, this comes just a day after the Prime Minister was tested for COVID-19 after coming in contact with a social worker who was also tested and has been infected with the coronavirus. The Prime Minister's test results are still awaited. Let's get in further details now from our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik, who's joining us live from Islamabad. Explain to us what that event was all about and why the Pakistan Prime Minister chose to attend instead of following the containment protocol, Anas.
Well, Molly, to begin with, there's been a lot of back and forth when it comes to Imran Khan's COVID test. To begin with, since yesterday, we've been seeing reports from government sources, from sources within his own party who have been claiming that he was tested. Then earlier in the morning today, there were government sources that claimed that he has tested negative. But then there came a rebuttal from Imran Khan's close aide, who happens to be the focal person on coronavirus, Dr. Faisal Sultan. He said that Imran Khan has been tested today and not yesterday. Mind you, the Pakistani Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi earlier today in the morning, he said that Imran Khan has already been tested yesterday. So there's been a lot of flip-flops when it comes to that test, when it comes to that result. One of the ministers, Dr. Zulfi Bukhari, Sayyid Zulfiqar Abbas Bukhari, he went on record and he said that Imran Khan has tested negative. This at a time when his own doctor said that he was just tested, his sample was just collected. So there's been a lot of back and forth. Now, if you talk about Imran Khan's movement, the Pakistani Prime Minister's movement, he's been taking the normal course of events as we look at it. He's been at the Prime Minister House and the Prime Minister Office. He's been chairing meetings as per schedule. He's been meeting people without any precautions. We understand that he was supposed to go into self-isolation or quarantine, but he has not, primarily because what people close to him say that since he has not developed any symptoms of the virus, and given the virus incubation period is 2 to 14 days, and he was tested on the 6th day, there are greater chances that he will be tested negative, but he needs to take precautions. We have seen him flouting those precautions, and the very fact that he was there at the Asas cash distribution area in Rawalpindi a while ago, he met a lot of people over there who were being distributed 12,000 Pakistani rupees. This is as part of the Pakistani government's program to give cash to 1 crore 20 lakh families, those who are underprivileged. Additionally, he also visited the Corona Field Hospital set up by the Hilal-e-Ahmar. Then he also chaired a lot of meetings. He met MNAs, MPAs, he chaired economic development related meetings, SAS program related meetings. But one thing that needs to be basically kept in mind is the fact that he needs to take precautions, which he's not doing so for the time being. In fact, that footage we can see as well when he was visiting the SAS distribution area, he was having his mask in his hand, the mask that should be the one that he should ideally be wearing on his face. He had that in his hand while Dr. Sania Nishtar briefed him. So we have seen Imran Khan over the time not taking any precautions, being stubborn as ever. We have seen a lot of criticism as well. The only occasion in the past 3 weeks, to what my memory jogs, where I've seen him wearing a face mask was 2 weeks ago when he was visiting Balochistan. After that, he's visited Peshawar, he's visited DG Khan, he's visited elsewhere as well. But he seems to not abide by the precautions, rather than take it very, very casually and very lightly. Certainly not the precedent that the Prime Minister should be setting, because remember, he's been asking people to maintain social distancing. He has been abiding by that to a certain point by not shaking hands. We've seen those footages as well. But when it comes to these practical precautions of wearing masks and avoiding public interactions, it seems that Imran Khan he himself is flouting those restrictions. Yes, Molly.
Right, and the rules say that a suspected case has to go into self-quarantine. We're going to leave it there for the moment. Anas Malik, thanks very much for those updates coming in from Pakistan. Moving on.